Greetings everyone. In this video, we want to briefly respond to some questions and comments that were posted following our previous videos. Comrade Majestic writes, "Hi Mr. Mabena, is there any improvements on bookings? I paid last week. I still can't get a date." Yesterday, I did speak to the manager of the VFS. That is yesterday morning. After I'd spoken to him, a number of people were saying bookings were opening up. We hope that they are going to create a space. We are trying also to engage the Department of Home Affairs because it appears a number of people are still not able to get slots, and this is delaying the whole process. Because remember, one has to apply for a waiver. Once the waiver is issued, one then has to apply for a visa. So in our own calculations, based on the submissions that are happening currently, we do not think that by the 30th of June, people will have submitted their applications. So we want to use this information to ask them to consider 30 June 2023 as the deadline. We think it's important that they review so that every person who has not been able to get a slot will be assisted. By the VFS management promised that they are certainly doing something, but we are told by others that June is already fully booked, but we are still monitoring. I think this is happening only in Gauteng. There's a high concentration of ZEP holders in Gauteng, and there appears to be only a Pretoria office which is receiving these applications. We are also talking to them to see if they can open or allow ZEP holders to apply in Rivonia, so that people are able to also submit in Rivonia. And then Comrade Tombi Zinhle Ncube talks about the payment, delayed payment, and also Comrade Ncheza Sibanda says they paid at the bank and they can't get appointments. We've always said that if for one reason or another your payment is delayed, please visit your nearest VFS so that you are going to be assisted. We do not want you to delay. Please do visit VFS so that you are going to be assisted. Well, my VC, Comrade Dominic from the Communist University, is commenting on the third episode of the video that we did on Sudan, saying, he says, this long chronically taken from anonymous authorities, which is Wikipedia, is not helping us. A class analysis, that is the political economy, will be more helpful. A biography will be helpful. Fresh intelligence will be helpful, not this long chronically. Well, I understand you, Comrade VC, but we are also of the view that many Zimbabweans in particular do not know what is happening in Sudan in terms of the historical background. We intend to complete in the next few days the notes that were submitted by Comrade Ian Pitos. Then we try to have a live to interview a comrade from Sudan who is going to give us a deep analysis on what is happening in Sudan. We hope we'll be able to get the comrade in the next week or so to assist us with the information on what is happening in Sudan. But your point is taken. We will, of course, conclude the next episode where we are going to briefly talk about al-Bashir, as we promised. We will certainly do so. Comrade Mbizo Forum, responding to the sentencing of Job Sikala, was sentenced for, was it $600 which is payable by the 5th of May. And I think today is the 5th of May, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's the 5th of May today. But he's still facing charges other charges or incitement and the other charges, so he's still in custody. But Honorable Job Sikhala had to address the court and made a political statement. Comrade Mbizo Forum then writes, if judges were indeed captured, do you think the judge who presided over Sikhala's case would have been allowed to allow Job Sikhala to address the court in that manner? If he or she isn't captured, don't you think his head days are numbered, i.e. will be reprimanded for that? Comrade Mbizo Forum, when we say the maybe when we say the judiciary is captured, might not be scientific correct to say the judiciary is captured, because I would believe that you capture something that you did not have. You have now have control over it. For us to get to the conclusion that indeed the judiciary in Zimbabwe is captured, we need, as we have been discussing, we need to understand the class character of the Zimbabwean state. We have said the state is an organ of class rule. The judiciary is a key organ of the state. So the judiciary advances, is used by the state as a tool to advance the class that the state represent in Zimbabwe. So it is a key organ. I would assume when we say it is captured, saying the state is no longer in control of the judiciary. Other forces have captured the state. I mean, have captured the judiciary. But the judiciary remains a key organ. It's important, Comrade Mbizo, at some point we need to do this analysis. From 1980 to about 2000, before the land reform program, while Zimbabwe was a military state, it was not as bad as it is. Or let me try to be more scientific on this one. From 1980 to 2000, ZANU-PF was a governing party. It was not the ruling party. Yes, we used this term that it was a ruling party. It was not really a ruling party because it had not captured, or it had not put, it has not been in charge of the state. From 1980, it was not really in charge of the state. It was a governing party, not a ruling party. But post-2000, it became a ruling party in that it controlled all the organs of the state, including the judiciary. It controls the Reserve Bank, it controls the prisons, it controls the judiciary, it controls the military, all security forces. It is indeed the ruling party in Zimbabwe. And the judiciary is a key organ of the state. So the magistrate, when they allowed Job Sikhala to make the political statement that he made, it did not harm anything. It did not threaten the power base, as it were. It was a political statement, yes, but it did not really move anything. And after making that statement, he then received his sentence. So we cannot therefore say, I'm not sure if the magistrate will then be reprimanded by the authorities to say, how do you allow this man to address the court and make these political statements? The political statements that he made in court are statements that are made every day in different platforms. It was only that it was in court. So it does not really change anything. Then the last question, I think we've dealt with all the questions that were outstanding. We will indeed try to answer other questions that will be posted later on. Please like this video, circulate, subscribe to this YouTube channel. When you subscribe, be like my comrade whom I cannot mention. Click that notification button so that you do not miss out on any of our videos. And if you're on TikTok, as we post this video also on TikTok, please follow us. And thank you so much to those that are on TikTok that are following us. Otherwise, have a great weekend. Goodbye.